Hey, what is up, DeFi degens, drip for poverty? Welcome back. We're in another video, and this time I'm going to show you my actual strategy now for uh, claiming, or actually I should say hydrating the rewards of my account. I have not done this yet, so I'm looking at doing this every other day, basically, because there is a calculator out there that helps you basically string these rewards out as long as possible, because remember, you are paid a maximum of 365%. So that means if you were to claim every day in a row, that would basically be 365 days and you would be done with your payout. But if you hydrate, that new balance that you hydrate is now available for that maximum 365%. So pushing this out further allows you to grow uh, the amount of money in your account and then withdraw those funds later. And obviously there's the risk, of the platform and longevity and things of that nature. But I honestly believe that this will last for quite some time, the way that Forex has built this. So I am going to delay the gratification. And like I've said on some other posts, ultimately it's worth it to see, because you don't want to have that feeling of regret. So looking at, again, about $150 that I put into each of these accounts. And I would rather see this grow to life-changing money than to try to just get 150 bucks back in 100 days, whatever the case may be. So anywho, here we are on the account. So you see now I have roughly $2 to claim. I'm going to hydrate. This is the first time I've done this on this account. You do want to wait a little while, because the fees, let's look at the fees on Binance, what they actually cost, because you don't want to hydrate or claim if it costs you more to claim than it does for the actual money you're getting back. So you can wait and let this compound for a little bit, maybe 5 days, if you do have to take the money out. So let's do some calculations here. Type that correctly. All right, bring that up, and then we'll actually know it's even easier. We'll just go over to CoinGecko, because you just type that directly into CoinGecko with BNB. Don't have to bring up the calculator at all. It's one of the handy dandy features of CoinGecko. So we're looking at 0002 something for the fee. I don't know why my computer's running so slow today. I apologize. So that fee is, at today's price, worth 87 cents. It's actually not a really good idea for me to do this today. I'm getting charged 87 cents just to hydrate $2 worth. But I'm doing it for the video because I want to actually have this recorded. So I'm going to do it on maybe just 1 or 2 accounts, and then on the other ones I'll let it run. So let's log back into the MetaMask. I put my pin back in on my ledger. Highly recommend getting a ledger. I didn't get scammed, but I saw enough people get scammed on videos on YouTube that I was like, screw that, get a ledger device. And it might be cheaper. That's the max. I forgot. So that's the max BNB price. But let's see what it actually ends up being. So it may not be 87 cents. I could be wrong. The max fees is 87 cents. Let's take a look at the activity after this confirmed to find out what we actually paid. So it's pending. Then once it confirms, we can go to the BSC scan. There we go. Use this on the Block Explorer and find out what the actual total price was. Just to index. Still not there. Still not updated. It's confirmed, but it hasn't been updated on the block. So go ahead and do that. And I'm just gonna switch to another account, and we'll come back and look for it. Oh, looks like it might have just went through. There we go. All right, so it ended up costing 50 cents. So it wasn't quite 80 cents. So it's 50 cents. Still not what I'd recommend doing. So definitely wait like 5 days or so before you have so you have enough drip to hydrate and make it worth it. But I've now compounded this, and it took my total balance right up to exactly 1 drip. So that's cool. So now I'm back up to what I originally wanted to have in the account, but they took that 10%. So let's do it for one more account. Switch here. That is my goal, to get these all up to 1, because then, as you guys saw in the other video, I have created 5 sub accounts. But right now I can't airdrop to any of those accounts because it requires me to have the filter that you use requires at least 1 drip total. So right now these sub accounts or child accounts aren't eligible. It's going to take about 10 days for me to get this up to 1 drip. So right now I get another 0.015. That'll take this up to 0.939. But we're going to go ahead and hydrate on this one as well, because it technically will speed up the process. So eating into the fees, the 50 cents I have to pay, but at the same time, because this balance goes up, then that is now 1% of the new total balance. So it can be worth it to do it more frequently, but it does come at the cost of paying gas. So right now I'm looking at 4 to 1, it's 50 cents, but I'm hydrating $2. So it's a 25% fee, if you will, which is definitely not smart in the long term. But I'm going to just do it anyway on all the accounts. There we go, 0.39, because I want to get this up to 1 as fast as possible. That way, at the price of drip, it will at least be paying out $1.50 a day or something like that, which isn't life-changing money by any means, of course, but that's at the current price of drip. So if you listen to any of the AMAs by Forex Shark, you will know that he is extremely bullish on his own project, obviously, but he's comparing the use cases of this application and in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem with other applications, and it is immensely undervalued. So who knows where this will be, but the price action itself from its inception back in July has been insane. So it has outperformed most other assets during this short bear run and the other bear run dips that we had last year. So maybe this is what people are doing during the bear cycles. They're finding places to offload and ape in, and maybe that's why this one did so well. But I'm just getting in, so I obviously don't know. But I'm looking forward to seeing where this is at like a month from now, how things go, and of course a year from now. And the big thing I'm really excited about is building this team, because I think that will be really cool to have a supportive group that can support, like I said, the Cambodian Children's Fund. And I'd love to even support other other charities. It'd be cool to get a group of members together, and then every month we maybe vote or do something else with the money besides our initials, like maybe do one claim for the Cambodian Children's Fund, and then we do another claim for a voted on charity by the group. Like, this is limitless, man, what you can do in DeFi, and the potential to not only change your life, but pay that forward. Unlike the existing financial system, which just shits on the little guy and just continues to make stupid money for the people up top. This is our chance to take that back. And I think that's something that's worth looking into, especially at a minimal risk. I know $150 is not cheap by any means, don't get me wrong. I know for a lot of people that may be a lot of money, and hell, here in Cambodia, that is half of people's monthly amount of money they make. So not by any means making this like a drop in the bucket, but if you have it, and you won't miss it if this all fails and tanks, then it's the risk reward is by far worth it. I'm going to show this compound calculator really simply. Right now, the price, like I said, is like 140. So $140 at 1%. If this is what you do, if you took it out for just 365 days, if you just took the money out directly and you did not compound it at all. So every day you took the 1% out. Obviously, you're going to lose some for fees, but you're looking at $5,000, man. That is insane. 3,000%, 600% increase. So if you just took your drip, if you claimed it and kept it in your wallet and did nothing with it until the end of the year, you'd have roughly $3,000 worth of drip. I'm sorry, $5,000 worth of drip in your wallet. That is nuts from a $150 investment. Like, it is so worth it to take the risk and try this. You know, like it's $150 that can make you $5,500. Why the hell not? And yeah, you'll lose some when you sell it, 10% tax on the sell, but still $150 turning into $5,500 minus $5,500. So it's still $5,000. It's worth it. For me, it's worth it. And I know I've read a lot of articles and stuff about people with FUD and, you know, it's a Ponzi. And I actually believe it is somewhat of a Ponzi and a multi-level marketing scheme. I'm not gonna lie, I think it actually is, but I think it's built in a much more sustainable way. So you don't have to build a team beneath you. You can get in and not have anyone and not refer to anyone. And you can also get in without being underneath someone else. You can just use the developer wallet. It's not showing up now because I'm already in, but down here it'll say develop, support the devs and the team or marketing or something like that, and you get in under them. So you don't have to actually use any YouTubers or influencers linked. The other part that makes this, you know, again, Ponzi or whatever, is that it's going to be paid out in the native token. So if the price of drip drops, right now it's $150. If it drops to $10, so that's like a 95% decrease. You wouldn't have as much, but you know, you still didn't lose everything. So you only have like $34, $340. No, $34. Yeah. So it is risky, but again, the upside potential far outweighs the downside for me. But right now, when you look at the price action on that token, it's just been insane. There's been some drops, but I have a feeling this will spike here in the near future. Forex has some new ideas, I guess you could say, that he's looking to, not ideas, it's not new ideas, they're already things he planned on doing from the initial inception of this project, but he hasn't launched them yet because he's trying to launch one project at a time, let it grow. And if you've followed anything that he's done in the past, that's kind of what I think he really is doing. He looks at the market and sees what's trending, what projects have gotten hype, you know, like the refinance, reflection coin, flow network from Bankroll, this one, the DAOs that were doing the insane APYs. So what he does is he kind of does his homework, looks around at what's popular, you know, what can get people to jump in. And then he builds that new project, fixes some of the issues with it, and then actually ensures that all the old projects that he did have utility in the new one. So the way that keeps the money coming, because new people can get in on new projects and not feel they've missed out on the old ones and that they're already at their, you know, all-time high and they're going to drop. So you don't have to jump in on the old projects that have been running for 3 months, 4 months. You can say, oh shit, this new one just came out today, or he's got a new one out in 5 months. And then you can get on the ground floor on that one and still make that life-changing money without having that risk of the project being old. Because, you know, things in crypto, nobody knows, especially in the DeFi space. It's so new that we don't know how long these projects will last. And I was heavy into Wonderland, like a lot of other people, Time Wonderland, and Jesus Christ, man, that's a bloodbath. I'm still in it, I stayed in. I didn't give a shit. I was like, you know what? I already lost 90%, so I'm still in. And I'm hoping they can turn it around. But that's just a perfect example, man. That project was blowing up $1 billion in like 90 days, man. And yeah, now it's a fraction of that. So anyway, we are done with hydrating all of the accounts. And what I wanted to show you last thing is this is where I want to airdrop. So I am not able to airdrop yet because what they do is they ask you to do filters. So minimum net deposit, I can't make this any smaller. So I have to actually leave it there. But once they get to one minimum drip, I'll be able to start handing out drip to my team. So we'll see how that goes. Until next video, hope you guys find this valuable. Take a look into the project. By no means I'll take my word for it. Don't take any YouTuber's word for it. Weigh your pros and cons, what your available capital is that you can afford to lose, and then do your own research. And again, the reason I'm supporting this is because I want to actually make a difference. Like I said, living out here in Cambodia, I think this was an awesome opportunity to try to make a change and make a difference in some people's lives. And it'd be really cool to have a community behind that where we can actually record some videos, go out there, send this check or cash or whatever it would be to these facilities, show people behind the scenes of what these places look like and where their money's actually going. And that'd be super dope. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't have a schedule for videos yet, but I will, as we grow the community, I will definitely get on here and show you guys progress and, you know, keep going and building. So DeFi, degens, drip for poverty. Let's get it. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.